It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers, and it comes your way next.
Let's go, let's go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
We are just about ready. Cameron Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Here's Nix. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Harvey, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Nix to the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Room to maneuver at the 35 and down to the 28-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Nix looking to throw again. His throw incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a Broncos first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Throw left side complete to Troutman. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Throwing Nix quickly into the hands of Mims. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Hampton. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So the completion gets him just a yard, and now it's 3rd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Steps away to his left. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So it makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now it's Nix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Harvey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To throw is Nix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll go play action with Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards that time for number 14. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, here's Nix. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The kick by Lutz is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Hampton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Open man right side, that's McConkey. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert now. Short throw to Disley. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
To the air again, Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He gets it complete to Harris. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a 2nd and 6. Herbert. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Third and 5. Here's Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And that makes it 14-10. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Second and a couple. Nix from the shotgun. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
The Chargers were led in the first half by their star quarterback, Justin Herbert. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for L.A. 56 yards.
And not only does Justin Herbert have one of the biggest arms in the game, I don't know that anyone throws a prettier pass. Every time he throws the football, I just want to slow it down and have it be a highlight type of a throw. And oftentimes it is, just as we saw there.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle they go. It's Hampton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Play action. It's Herbert. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 21-10 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 6. Nix to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing Nix. And this one complete again to Mims. And he will have a Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A short throw to Ingram. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Nix. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
The Broncos send out their punter now, and surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hampton. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Called on a very strong gain of 24.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's caught at the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle they go. It's Hampton. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Over the middle, it's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Denver's offense ready to go again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On play action, here's Nix.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
To throw, here's Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now. Now it's Nix. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
A short throw to Ingram.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Harvey. And he'll go down at the 28. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Nix looking to throw again. That is caught by Vele.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Right back to him on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hampton. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. It's Williams on the catch. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Here's first down. They'll go play action with Nix. Over the middle, he finds Vele.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Looking to throw. Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Back to the air with Nix.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground
to about the 40-yard line.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
They run the counter. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
So I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So the Broncos now down by 2 touchdowns, 24 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Nix.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Nix from the shotgun.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They're going. It's Nix.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.